question is how video games affect children, and this question is because of my children. There's a lot of people saying that video games can lead to violence and kids lead them to commit crimes. And I'm here to tell you guys the main points are video games affect children's brain, video games lead to violence, and how to prevent negative effects of video games on children's development. Video games can hurt a child's development, such as violence. Antisocial, they can increase aggressive thoughts or feelings. Over 150 million people in the United States play video games. According to Medical News Today, gamers spend 3 million hours per week in front of their screens. In 2016, the video game industry sold more than 24.5 million games, up to 23 billion in 2015 and 21.4 million in 2014. A total of 22 reviewed studies explored structural change in the brain, and 100 studies analyzed changes in the brain, functionality, and behavior. First-person shooter and action genres often stand accused of aggressing and causing violence. This means there's a lot of kids buying video games, and most of them are about children, and they can lead to violence, and they can get addicted to it, even though research have not found that video games cause children to be violent, but it does affect the brain. It can change in different ways. And another article that says 25 positive and negative effects of video games. Indeed, there's a case of teenagers who commit violent and crime, who also spend a great amount of time playing video games, such as those involved in the Columbine and Newport cases. This means that video games can lead kids to commit crimes because of video games show them aggressive and violence. Also, sorry about that. Technology has been increased over the decades, and it's easy to get any website, and it's hard to prevent negative effect of video games and children's development because of a lot of millions of video games and kids addicted to it. And one way that can help prevent violence in the future crimes is parents involved in anything their children is doing, give them timing, because of the children spend hours because they spend hours playing video games, check all the time. The article effects of video games on child development in a good or bad way. It says, a parent, it is a good idea to be involved in your children's playing habits. You don't need to necessarily have to play with them, but you just need to be aware of what is happening every time they be alone. This means that parents are primary, and parents have to be around their children because things can happen in seconds. And I believe that video games have their good way and bad ways, but in some cases it's very aggressive, that they can learn things that parents don't show them because they always on playing video games 3 or 4 hours. And I have a video that shows a little bit more about video games and how this leads kids to be violent. Just a second, sorry about that.
They look pretty darn similar. The number of violent crimes committed by people ages 12 to 17 has plummeted since those early days in the 90s to a rate of about 1/5 of what it was at its peak. So the overall data seems to tell us that crime isn't getting worse, even though someone watching the news nowadays would think that it's worse than ever. And that's probably less because crime as a whole is getting worse, and more because incidents of mass shootings have gotten bigger and more prominent and more shocking in the media. Just exactly what constitutes a...
This is talking about like how video games are very brought out and that it's easy for kids to being a website. And because of mass shootings, people believe that video games, because of aggressive and how they can lead kids to be aggressive and commit crimes because of guns, and they can see they killing people and they think that that's real. Thank you.